everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. A pair of tight ends will be on the field today looking to do whatever it takes to give their team an advantage. It's the Falcons going up against the Rams. With that, it's time to hook up with our commentators in the booth as we turn it over to Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
Thank you very much, Larry. EA Sports coverage of the NFL. The National Football League is here and on the air. A few short moments ago, running back Todd Gurley trying to fire up the Ram faithful here in Southern California as his guys get set to do battle with Matt Ryan and the Atlanta Falcons. Hello again, everybody. I'm Brandon Guyton here in the booth with, as always, Charles Davis. Charles, a lot of times in the open, we focus on quarterbacks, running backs. What about the tight ends in this one?
Well, I think LR identified it really well because the tight ends are matchup nightmares nowadays. Who are you going to cover them with? Because really, they are pumped-up wide receivers who can flat-out run and use their body to create bigger plays. Cover them with a linebacker, cover them with a defensive back. Either way, they feel like they have the advantage.
And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. Now Goff on first down. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. Shifty footwork gets him a little extra on the play. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish.
From the gun on third down, Goff. Escaping the pressure right. Flush to his right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Deion Jones in there to drop him for a loss on the play. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
So it's time to see if this Falcons offense can bounce back from a disappointing defeat to Carolina last week, 20-17. It really was a heartbreaking loss for Matt Ryan and company.
Did it feel like a must-win game for the Falcons going in?
Yeah.
Even though it's not, it felt like it.
Right, with what Carolina's done, the Saints. I mean, it's tough. Now they're at 4-4.
Yeah, they've still got a lot ahead of them in terms of the division, but they've got to get it together fast. And Matt Ryan, he's thrown more interceptions. I think he's thrown the exact same number of interceptions this season as he threw all of 2016.
Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. Ryan now off the bootleg. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he gets this one all the way up to the 40. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. 2nd down following the run. Ryan. The left side completion to Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A phrase we said a lot last year, Ryan to Jones for a Falcon first down.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double-team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Alec Ogletree in from his linebacker spot. He's able to drop it for a loss of about 10.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in this paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? On 2nd down, Freeman. But just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
Freeman again, a 1st down carry. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. So not much to speak of scoring-wise in this first quarter of play. 0-0 our score. We're back to Southern California right after this. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Falcons in possession to begin quarter number 2. They've got a 2nd down and 8 to start things out. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 3rd down.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. On 3rd down, Devontae Freeman. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the 1st. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
I like the look that they just showed there. When you come out in a passing formation, spread things out a little bit, makes it really hard to cover the middle field, doesn't it? Because you got to go out to the perimeter and cover those guys.
Yep, exactly. Got some good blocking, too. Helped him pick up the 1st. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
That goes down as a loss against his rushing stats. But really, should he have to absorb that one? He had no chance on that play before they overwhelmed him.
Pretty much on top of him before he could take. And that'll be hauled in by the tight end. It's Hooper for the Falcon touchdown. Austin Hooper, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Falcons are in for 6. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
It's good, and that gives the Falcons a 7-0 lead. So that one, a 13-play drive in total. And the end result, an Atlanta touchdown. Here's Bosher to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Well, let's go league-wide before this next drive starts. Last week, we discussed some of the trades that happened. Jay Ajayi did look pretty good in the Philly uniform, long touchdown run.
Boy, they really made a great deal to get him, and now they compare him with LeGarrette Blount, and you kind of got a thunder-lightning type thing. And Ajayi showed some lightning against Denver. But how about this? Kelvin Benjamin went, but on a Thursday night game, not enough time to get him ready to play for his new team in Buffalo. Jimmy Garoppolo did not play with San Francisco. We'll find out when they both will get on the field. And how about the Saints and the Cardinals? Because remember, the Adrian Peterson trade, I think it benefited both teams.
Yeah, AP went over 100 yards. Kamara and Ingram, they really settled in as well.
When I watched Jared Goff on tape at Cal, I saw a guy who wasn't just a dart thrower. You know, a lot of people said, he's perfect for the West Coast offense. I always thought he could do a little bit more, and that was the reason why. He can push it downfield. He has a good, strong arm.
Robert Woods, former USC man, the intended target, and now it's second down. But it seems like a good time to make a quick pivot here. Go back to week 9 of the NFL because there were some pretty big milestones that were passed.
Can we start with the kicker? Because we're going
Adam
to.
Vinatieri.
Look, Adam Vinatieri to me is a first ballot Hall of Famer. I mean, what he's accomplished here, now he's in sole possession, second place in the league's all-time scoring list.
Touchdown, LA! A big play there. 54 yards. And the Rams are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
Point after here coming up. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And the result for the Rams, a touchdown. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. On the return, here's Justin Hardy. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Again, they'll run with Freeman. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup, and now they've got a 3rd down and 8.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. Now it's Ryan. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. On 4th down, here's Matt Bosher on the punt. 2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. We're back to the City of Angels after this timeout. So on 4th down, the Falcons will call on Matt Bosher to punt it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Rams offense, they work their way back on the field. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down. And guess what? That incompletion gives me a chance to ask you who your MVP is in the NFL right now. Who are you going with?
Well, there's so many different choices.
And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. On third down, they'll run it with Gurley. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Goff and his guys not coming off the field. They're going for this. Here we go. It's Gurley. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. So they take a big chance here in their own territory. And you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, you know, normally we focus on the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own?
And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Falcons have taken the lead. Oh, such great concentration there, going right up against the side of the end zone, but able to get the feet in bounds.
There's so many things that go into that catch, and you just mentioned the concentration, being able to catch the football, get your feet down in bounds, hang on to it all the way through the process of the catch. That was a phenomenal play.
And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Well, they got the ball in great field position. 1 play later, boom, end zone. Here's Bosher to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Jared Goff and the Rams headed back onto the field. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but bottom line, his team's losing. They got to fix something.
And it starts with him. He has to keep that little quarterback strut going right now to make sure his team sees him as confident. Continue to try and up his game, but just let him know, hey, if I'm around, if I'm the one calling signals and throwing the football, just follow me, we'll get there. Sometimes that will do more to elevate a team than anything else.
See if he has that confidence. Did he just clock that? Looked like he tried to stop the clock, but the clock wasn't even moving. So it is third down now, but less than a yard to go. They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. Yeah, great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the first. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. And a nice little broken tackle run there by Todd Gurley, the 10th pick in the 2015 draft.
And that's what you get with him, that full package of speed, power, able to catch the ball in the backfield. Many people doubted him coming out because of the knee injury in college. They're seeing the full Todd Gurley now, and it hurts.
And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Now a play fake here on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Vic Beasley coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And it's caught inside the 25. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. And now a first down following that long gain. Out of the gun, Goff. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here. They try to get 3 before half. From the left hash, this from 37. And this one is right through. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So a field goal here. They're still down, but they put a dent into that lead before the break.
And that's got to feel good, because now they've seen that they can put some more points on the board, and that gives them a whole second half to get back to where they want to be, and that's in the lead.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we have reached halftime now with the visiting Falcons out on top. As well, Larry, I know it's late there in Orlando. This is a school night. Folks eager to get right back to the action here in the third quarter. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at his 4. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
This one complete to Mohamed Sanu. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A good pickup there, a 22. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen. But everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers because you have a specific zone you have to cover. When the receiver's in your zone and he crosses to another.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Connor Barwin coming hard from that linebacker spot. He drops him for a loss of 11.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Well, really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop it.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
And there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Here's Ryan. On the screen, this is Coleman. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available, Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
And this is caught at the 8. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
That's a good-looking play to me. The big tight end on a crossing route coming underneath. Sometimes he can gain some serious momentum going forward, can he?
Yeah, he can indeed, and pretty well executed there. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone. And now it'll be 4th and goal.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. And the 42-year-old veteran's kick is up and good. And that moves them up by a touchdown now at 17-10.
It's good to be the kicker for the top offense in the NFL, and Matt Bryant was that in 2016. Led the league in scoring with 158 points, but boy, does Atlanta find him valuable. So dependable and clutch.
And he's been valuable in this league for a while. Hard to believe he's been... Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use, just something to get you off to a quick start.
And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down. But to no avail. The Rams on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. They go play action with Gurley. Now Goff. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Here's Johnny Hekker now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
Through an opening, and there he goes. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. He got 29 yards that time.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up a first down.
That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, usually gets it done. Connects with Sanu right side. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
A big hit. Knocked down sideways. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Ryan. And he's got it. And they do stop him, but he takes it all the way to the 2. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. So there on that play, offensively, they ran the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage. So as a former DB, how tough is it to defend that?
It's really difficult because your natural inclination is to chase the receiver and maybe leave your zone. So you have to have discipline in order to talk to your other coverage guys and let him know that that receiver's crossing from your zone to the next zone. He's coming your way. Make sure you have him. And then when the ball is actually thrown, secure the tackle. When they're moving on crossing routes, if you miss a tackle, it usually results in a big play.
Second and goal from the 2-yard line. They'll look to run with Freeman. And he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Just keep the ball on the ground. Do a little pounding. Chew up some clock. If they can get it in, that might be enough to get them home. And if not, the clock is definitely their friend.
Here's Ryan. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
Well, that was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to salt this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in the amount of time they had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt away the game drives. What makes them successful?
Well, when you're able to mix run-pass, when you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the chains, I'm using every cliche I know, but that's how you get it done because you're not taking negative plays, and that way you're able to run what you want to run when you get a chance to call it.
Here's Bosher to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. And now running right through it. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. And the Rams now coming out on the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And they're trying to line up quickly here. Goff urging them on. And he just clocked it. But the clock wasn't even moving. Well, that's one you don't see very often, a wasted down. The Rams on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation. A shotgun snap for Goff. Dumps it off to Gurley. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And brought down, but the juke, the very nice juke, gives him the first down yardage there. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. On 1st and 10, Goff. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. To the air again. Goff. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Adrian Claymore. The Rams going to be forced to use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long. And he's going to go down again. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Well, Charles, it's great to win at home in the NFL. When you win on the road, it's a little extra special, isn't it?
It is because, let's face it, in most cases, you're not expected to go on the road and win in the National Football League. It just doesn't usually compute. So to get out there, get that done, and then head back to your city with one in the victory column, oh, that's a fantastic feeling.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say good night from Los Angeles.